he didn't notice
Oh yeah,
anyone
I
walking
watched his
by in the
podcast.
backyard. Because she probably would have came outside and like either yelled at us,
There you can get that.
And my friend came over to me after he found me, and he didn't like yell that he found me or anything because he was so lost for words at what he just saw. He comes over, he goes, "Yo, you're never gonna guess what I just saw walking by his mom's window." And I was like, "Look, I know what you're about to say. It's not a big deal. Don't be fucking weird. I don't think she meant to have her lights on like that. Don't say it." He's just like, "You saw it too?" And I was like, "I was walking by to hide, and it caught out of the corner of my eye. That's not a big deal. Don't say anything to him about it. Like, that's his mother. Do not tell Nick
I'm hear you from party, so I can hear you
doing what she's doing."
in the chat.
I was like,
broadcast, right?
Like, I don't care how attractive she is. Like, she's doing what she does behind closed doors. No one's supposed to see that.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I walked out the window and saw that, but like, let's stay away from that side of the house now. Let's just go back out to the front and play out there. And don't tell Nick about what we saw. You're okay, I won't. So we walk back out to the front yard, and I call time on. Everyone gathers around. I'm like, "Hey, I couldn't find a spot in the backyard. We started around and we'll hide somewhere else, not the backyard, because I can't find any spots back there." And they're like, yeah, of course. And then my friend, who I was just with, and we both just agreed not to say anything, says to Nick, "Hey Nick." Nick's like, "What's up, man?" He goes, "Your mom is 10 times fucking hotter without clothes on." And immediately we all just look at him. And I'm giving him the look of like, what the fuck? Nick just looks, he's like, "What do you mean by that?" I'm trying to sex with my mom. One, haven't heard that one. You always say that. And I was like, okay, hopefully he's good. And then my friend goes and says, "No, we just walked by her window and saw her naked." And Nick got very angry. Like, he tackled my friend down. He's like, "You're staring at my mom through a window?" Like, really angry. But then, like, my friend accidentally stumbles across and sees her naked. He actually pissed off Nick. Like, that pissed me off too. Like, if someone walked by my mom's window outside while they were doing something in the backyard, and then accidentally saw my mom naked, and then immediately posted about it, I would be pissed. That's so fucking rude to do. So when he tackled him and started swearing at him, I was just like, yeah, my friend deserves this. Like, he was boasting about seeing Nick's mom naked. And finally, Nick gets off him and lets him up. He didn't punch him or anything. He just tackled him around. He was like, hold him on the ground.
Easy dub, watch.
They get up, and they're just arguing back and forth, kind of yelling at each other. And while they're yelling at each other, the front door opens. And sure enough, you guess who it is? It's Nick's mom. And she's like, "What's going on out here, guys?" And Nick's just like, "Nothing, Mom. Just playing football."
Oh my god.
"Okay, we'll be in a minute." So she goes back inside, and my friend just looks at Nick and goes, "Alright, look, man, I'm sorry." And Nick goes, "You fucking better be." Like, I don't want to hear another word about this from either of you. And he points at me, too, and I was like,
Well,
I'm not the one making jokes all the time. I'm not the one being weird. Like, yeah, I joke here and there, but I'm not going to be weird about something like that.
you saw that?
Just like, "Alright, thanks."
Yeah, bro, you shot
Let's
me.
go inside. So we go inside, and the whole rest of the night, these
Oh my god, bro. I wanna heal up.
I know, but like, in the circle, I have a choice to something.
Nick and him were going back and forth, and then me and my friend were just sitting there on the sidelines, just like watching them argue.
Yeah, I know how
It
to
was so
start.
annoying just the entire night, hearing my friends argue back and forth. But like, I'd be so annoyed. I'd probably kick my friend out of my house if he did that. Like, if someone saw my mom naked, boasted about it, and then continued to talk about it the whole rest of the night,
I think.
you bet your ass to be outside. Like,
Oh, no.
call your fucking parents up, tell them to come pick you up and bring you home, because you're not sleeping here.
Yeah, it's life.
Keep talking about my mom and being weird.
Watch on
Like, he
YouTube.
really was. I think my friend had like a legit obsession with my friend's mom. Like, I think I heard the word MILF 45 times that night. Okay, maybe not 45 times, but at least 20, 25 times. Like, he said the word MILF so many times. They was going back and forth. And he's so lucky Nick is like such a chill person, because he can just take those jokes and usually be fine with it. But like, even this night, he kind of snapped a little bit at one point, and that was when he tackled him and stuff. But everything after that, he still like didn't react that much. I guess moral of the story is, have patience like Nick. He's gonna go far in life. But don't be a fucking pervert like my other friend, because that dude was weird. Like, I would not shut the fuck up about my friend's mother before and after what happened. But that's much the end of the story. Like, Nick, if you're watching this video, even though your real name's not Nick, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, moral of the story is, I guess, have the patience of Nick, but don't be a pervert like the other guy. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Please leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed this story. Leave your stories in the comments down below.
So would I win this game, yes or no?
Instagram. Those links are in the description. Yeah, see you guys all later. Peace.
Okay, thank you.
I can't find the time, you can't find the time, maybe we should quit joking. I can't stay the same, I can't play your game, I am fresh in the tokens. I will follow you to hand it back, but lately I don't know where you're going. It's a different direction. I ain't sick of finesse, just to get some love, for the sake of love.
I'm gonna go just off.
I'm cool, bro. I hope you have a nice trip off you do.
Like, I'll be back.
Alright, cool.
So you know how in yesterday's video I said I was really sick and I sounded like I had, dicks up my nose? I sound like I have a straight python penis on my nose right now, so I'm really sorry if my sick voice annoys you at all for this video. I think it'll get better soon. It's fucking sucks. And I don't like to start my videos with my plugging stuff, but I made a new Snapchat and I would really appreciate it if you guys went and add that. Like, I post so much stuff on Snapchat throughout my day, like, you guys want to see what I'm up to. Also, I'm going to be posting a secret snap on there right now that you can only see if you add me, obviously. So if you want to be a part of this special Snapchat, add that right now. My new Snapchat name is I'm Austin Luna. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. Yeah, add that right now if you want to see it. Also, I'm getting pretty close to 100K on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on there too, it's only Luna. Okay, enough with the plugging, okay? I have a story for you guys today. A pretty funny one, I think. So if you guys enjoyed this at any point, please leave a like on the video. Let's get into this. So this story takes place when I was in 8th grade, so I was in middle school, and this story is about two teachers, okay? So usually teachers don't date each other, and when they do, they usually keep it like secret, or they don't show their students that they're dating, because it'd be pretty weird if you were a teacher to show your class of however many students you have that you're dating somebody. Like, there's really no point in doing that. It's kind of weird. And some jobs, whether it's a teacher or wherever you work, don't allow you to date other workers that you're working with. But I don't really know how that all works. But I had these two teachers in middle school, okay? And that's where this all starts. So let's just give these teachers names, okay? We'll call the male teacher Mr. Marcus, and we'll call the female teacher Miss Jones. I don't really know where I came up with those names, but that's what they're called. Now, Miss Jones was my math teacher. Mr. Marcus was my history or social studies teacher, whatever you want to call it. I love the social studies in middle school. But they were both fairly cool. Miss Jones would sometimes just transform into a Bitchosaurus Rex and be a little bit of a bitch, but for the most part, she was cool. Now, the thing about Miss Jones is she wasn't only a math teacher. She also would come into other classrooms for different subjects and be like the extra help teacher. She would walk around the room and see if anyone needed extra help on their work, and she would sit down with you and help you on your work. So a lot of the time in history, I would be in there doing my work, and she would come in and help people with their work, and I would always need help because I'd either not understand something or I missed something. She'd come over and help me out. But every time she'd come in the room, into the history room, where Mr. Marcus was, she would smile at him, and she'd just be so much happier in history class. And she wouldn't just walk in and smile at him like a, hey, nice to see you smile. She would walk in and give him like a, hey, I can't wait for you to come over later, and go deep into me like a submarine kind of smile. Okay, to be honest, I really don't think there's a smile that would say that, but she would give him a very nice smile, and every time we'd be watching some sort of educational video on like the big projector thing, the lights would be off, and they'd be at his desk, and they'd just be like giggling and stuff like that, and she'd just be smiling at him. But to be honest, sometimes friends do that. They just, hang out with each other, they laugh, they talk, so I didn't think too much of it. I did have a little bit of a suspicion that they could be dating, but even if they were, I didn't care. Like, who cares? Good for them. But anyway, a couple months later, I woke up, 7 in the morning, went to school, and something happened there on that day that confirmed that they had something going on, okay? I went to school, and usually I would have history second period in the mornings, but on this day on my schedule, I had a second period, and I forgot. So I still went and thought it was my second period class. So I went there, and before I opened the door, I looked
Oh
at the
shit!
door.
Oh GG!
Before I opened it,
Holy fuck!
it was the teachers, and they were holding hands. hands
CG,
smiling.
oh my
And luckily they
god.
didn't see me looking through the window. But yeah, when I saw this, I immediately
Yeah,
knew,
Joel.
like, yeah,
Oh
they're
man,
dating.
he's gone.
But also, I knew that, oh, today is the day where I don't have history second period. I have history fifth period. So I went to my actual class that day, which was study hall. And when I was in study hall, I was talking to my friends who I have history class with too. And I was like, yo, I saw them holding hands. Like, they're definitely dating. They're like, yeah, no, you didn't, you liar. I was like, well, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, they're dating. And then a couple weeks go by after this. Nothing new really was happening. And I was in history class in the morning, just doing my work. And after history class was over, the bell rings. And I get up, and I actually left the homework they assigned behind on the desk. Not on purpose. I know people are going to comment and be like, you definitely did that on purpose. You just didn't want to do it. I actually forgot. And the next class, when I went to go look for it in my folder, it wasn't there. And I was like, all right, fuck. I'll just go back up there at lunch and just grab it then. So one more class goes by. I had lunch. And at lunch, I went upstairs to go get it. And when I went up to the classroom, all the lights in the classroom were off. And I could obviously still see, though, because there was, daylight, so the windows were there. And I could see into the classroom, and I see Miss Jones sitting on his desk with her legs wrapped around him. And they're just, like, sucking face. They're, like, full-on making out. Luckily, their clothes were on. I don't think they were that dumb where they would just start fucking on the desk. But, like, who knows what they did before this? I don't know. But they're making out, like, just full going at it during lunch break. And I'm just, like, looking through the window, and I just can't believe my eyes. Like, these are two teachers I see all the time, just going at it. And immediately I kind of step back, because I don't want them to see me peeking through the window. And of course, when I'm walking backwards, away from the window, one of them looks over, and she sees me, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. So I just start popping away down the hallway. I'm like, nope. I'm not dealing with this confrontation right now. Like, I do not want them to talk to me about this. So I just quickly walk to the stairs down the hallway, and I go downstairs, down back to the lunchroom, and I get to my table. I'm like, guys, you have no idea what I just witnessed. And they're like, what? I'm like, I went upstairs to get my homework, and I saw Miss Jones and Mr. Marcus just going at it, like just making out on his desk. And of course, at first, my friends didn't believe me. They were like, no fucking way. I was like, dude, I went up there to get my homework. I looked through the window, and I see her sitting on his desk with her legs wrapped around him. He's standing there, kissing her, making out with her. And then she looked over and saw me through the window, and then I came back down here. And my friend's like, you got fucking caught looking? And I was like, I wasn't even trying to look. Like, I literally was just trying to open the door to get my homework. And I looked inside first to see if anyone was in there. And I saw that, and she looked at me.
Those,
Like, it wasn't me trying to
how
sit there and
to
breathe.
be better in
And my
Fortnite.
friend's like, don't lie, you're probably like, fuck off.
I mean, not
Don't
better,
lie.
I was watching,
We all know Austin,
funny
come on.
videos.
You were standing outside that window watching it with a boner, took out your 3-inch dick, started doing the 2-knuckle shuffle, just loving every second of it. And I was like, alright, first of all,
The
dude,
fuck,
you're
bro?
fucking weird as shit for imagining that.
What is it?
Second
Are you
of
gonna be
all,
a Christian?
I didn't do that. I walked away.
Yeah,
Third of all,
Can
you're
you?
still
I don't think
fucking
so.
weird. And they're all just laughing and roasting me, saying I was staring at it, enjoying it, just being jerks. So I'm like, alright, whatever. And then after lunch, the day went on. Luckily, I didn't have to see any of those teachers because both of their classes are in the first half of the day, and I was already up in my second. And I went home.
Him and Miguel are playing.
The next day comes along, I go to school,
Fortnite, they're playing Ark.
and go to my first class,
There you go.
then I have my second class where I have to see both of them. And right when I walk in, one of them
Mike's
pulls
cutting
me
out
aside.
no
It was
fucking
Mr.
idea, no
Marcus.
clue what you're
He's like,
saying.
hey Austin, what's up, man? He's like, I just want to talk to you about yesterday. And I was like, yeah, what about it? He goes, did you come to my classroom yesterday during lunch? And I was like, yeah, I did. I was trying to get my homework because I left it behind yesterday. And I want to come back for lunch break to try and grab the assignment so I could do it and have it to you by today. But I wasn't able to get it. He's like, alright, look. I don't know what you saw when you peeked through the window, but me and Miss Jones were spending our lunch break together, and we would just appreciate it if whatever you saw, you didn't repeat to anybody. And I was like, yeah, of course. And I already kind of felt bad because I told my friends about it, but I think what he meant by it was don't tell, like, the staff of the school and other teachers and stuff like that, and just don't go telling everybody. And I was like, yeah, of course. And he goes, and don't worry about the homework. I was like, alright, thanks, man. And from that point on, they treated me like fucking royalty. Both of them. Like, they were both super cool about homework, and like, whenever I would forget it, they wouldn't care. And she stopped being a bitch of sores to me And like everything was just awesome. Like they were just being so nice to me from that point on. And I feel like it's because they didn't want me to tell anybody, which I didn't after that point. Because like even if they didn't ask me to not tell anybody, I still wouldn't have told any teachers or anyone like that. Like it wasn't a big deal to me to begin with. I told my friends what I saw, and that I was caught looking because it was kind of awkward and funny. But after that, nobody else heard about it from me or my friends because they honestly didn't care that much either. But yeah, I just kind of thought it was a funny story. Like I caught my two teachers making out, and then they caught me touching them. But yeah, that's basically the story. Like I caught my two teachers making out on this desk. They caught me. It was a pretty awkward and funny experience. And to be honest, it was probably some of the coolest experience I've ever had. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the story. Please leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed the story. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys all later.
I can't stay the same, I can't play a game, I am fresh and I'm joking. I will follow you to hell and back, but lately I don't know where you're going. Just to get some love, for the sake of us. Really on the plug, really on the drugs. You don't take enough.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Austin here. Now, I didn't want to tell this story because it's not fun to think about, alright, to say the least. And I'm just gonna get right into this. I hope you find this funny. Leave a like if you do. This story takes place when I was 15 years old. Okay, since 15 years old, all I was really doing was going to school every day, getting out of school, either hanging out with friends or playing video games, stuff like that, right? So, I went to school one day, and it was a very normal day at first. I went there, hung out with some friends at breakfast, went to my first period, and later in this day I had science, and my science teacher was a pretty good-looking lady, and, like, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna be weird about it. Like, I had some friends in school that were, like, really, really just kind of obsessed with this girl. Like, this teacher, they all would talk about her and be like, yeah, she has the biggest tits ever, and blah, 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 and it's like, dude, I know you're 15, like, I get it, being 15, like, you know, hormones and all that shit, but they were, like, weird. It was, like, really weird, and you're gonna hear how, okay? So, let's get to science class, okay? So I got to science, got in the classroom. I was a little bit later than everyone else, and she was pretty cool about it. She'd, like, never yell at me or give me, like, detention or anything like that. But I got to science, I sat down on my, like, assigned seat next to my friend, and the way the classroom was set up was assigned seats, so luckily I got put next to my friend. And then there was like two people in front of us and two people behind us. We were kind of in the middle left section of the room. And in front of me there was this kid, okay? We're just gonna call him Frank, okay? So Frank was a pretty funny dude from what I saw. Like, he was really, really into video games and stuff like that. And when he talked to me, it was either about like Minecraft, YouTube, or like the teacher and how hot she was. Like, literally that was the only three things I remember him ever talking to me about. We didn't really talk that much. But I remember every day after school, where the buses would park, he would run around outside with an Iron Man mask on. Like, he would put an Iron Man Halloween mask on and run around and pretend like he was fighting crime. Like, he was really, really funny. But anyway, back to the story, okay? So, Frank was in front of me, and class started. And within, like, the first 10 minutes of class, I realized he had his jacket over his front. Like, he took his jacket off, his hoodie, and he put it over the front side of him like a blanket. And he had his hands under the jacket. And I was like, oh, well, maybe he's cold. But as time went on, it looked like he was twiddling his thumbs under the hoodie. And it kind of confused me. But then it clicked in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. Frank is a freak. He's beating his meat in class right now. Like, he's beating the shit out of his meat in class right now. And then I thought, I was like, wait. He doesn't have anything to do it to. Like, what is fueling the fire? Like, the only thing in front of him was a science textbook. And I highly, highly doubt that Frank was turned on and just going at it to some rocks or like planets. Look, I'm not one to judge about people's preferences and like what turns them on and what doesn't, but like I've never seen anybody masturbate to a computer screen like fucking ring around Saturn. Oh, it's so big. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. So when I saw him with a science book in front of him, I was like, there's no way he's turned on by that science book. And then I looked at his head in the direction it was pointing, and he was staring at our teacher, like staring at her. And I was like, oh my fuck. He's really going at it to the teacher. Like, he's staring at the teacher, probably thinking about stuff. Like, I don't know what it was. Maybe he liked her glasses, maybe he liked her tits. I don't really know. But I'm just like, dude, this kid in front of me is right next to this girl, just jacking off and staring at the teacher. So I tap on my friend's shoulder. I'm like, yo, Frank's up there. I think he's like jacking off in class. And my friend looks at me. He's like, oh no fucking way, dude. And my friend puts his head down so no one can see him laughing. And that makes me want to laugh my ass off. So I'm just sitting there with the dumbest smirk on my face. And like Frank's in front of me, just doing the 2-knuckle shuffle, having fun in science class. And I'm just like so distracted. And all of a sudden I hear, Austin? And it's the teacher calling on me. Question. And I was so distracted, just so zoned out, that I had no idea what she asked me. And I was like, what? Everyone laughs at me, right? They all start laughing. Including Frank. And that just pissed me off. I want to be like, Frank, you little fucking dick beater. Get the fuck out of the room. You are beating your meat in class. But I didn't because I'm a nice guy. And I was just like, sorry, what'd you say? And she's like, are you not paying attention? And I was like, no, I'm really sorry. I was really distracted. She's like, all right, we'll get on task. Like, we're talking about this. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And it was almost immediate karma. It was the best thing in the world. Like, after Frank laughed at me for, not knowing the answer to the question, and she told me where we were in the book, she then calls on Frank and is like, Frank, can you answer that question? And he's like, what is it? And she's like, this is just ridiculous. And she walked over to his table, flipped his book over to the right page, she points to where we are, and walks away, and then calls on someone else in the room to answer. And I just quickly whisper over to Frank, and I was like, hey, Frank, why don't you stay on task, buddy? He's like, shut the fuck up, you didn't know the answer either. And I was like, yeah, but you're distracted. He's like, oh yeah, I think it's just because you're fucking stupid. And I was like, alright dude, I'd rather be stupid than horny in science class. And immediately his face just like changed, like completely. And he tried to act like he didn't know what I was talking about, like all confused. But you could just tell by how red his face was that like he knew that I was onto him. And plus, if he would have just acted confused and didn't do anything about it, I probably would have just like maybe believed him. But the fact that he immediately took his hand out of his pants and like removed his hoodie off the top of it and put it on his desk, that's how you knew he was caught. He's like, what do you mean, bro? I was like, I'm just messing with you, chill out. He's just like, alright, yeah, that's what I thought. And then not even 5 minutes later, he goes back to doing it. He puts the hoodie back over him. He just goes back at it. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, go to the bathroom or something, man. Like, or at least, like, ask to be sat somewhere alone. That way, like, you're not right next to somebody. That's gonna be really uncomfortable. But still, it's like, really funny story to me. And he was basically caught red-handed. Or dick-handed. I don't really know what to say about that. But, yeah. Frank, I hope you're not watching this video. And if you are, I hope you're on to bigger and better things now. I hope you, like, became a rocket scientist. You're, like, sitting in your lab with, like, one hand on your phone. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the story of Frank in science class. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it funny. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this story. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later.
There's a
Peace.
llama. A llama.
What's going on, guys? It's Austin with Luna here. And, when I started my channel, I thought about this story, it was like, this will never be on my channel. And I was like, hey, I think they're gonna really like this. So, I need to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this. Don't do what I do, okay? These videos are supposed to be learning. You're supposed to take this and be like, okay, you know that Austin FFA kid? Let's not be a dumbass like him. Let's not do this. Let's not try and fuck some girl in school. So, yeah, disclaimer. Don't do what I do. Don't go out and do this. It's a horrible idea. And you're just looking to get caught. You can, like, seriously, you can't get away with this. So, well, I got away with it at one time, but that's a different story to be told. So, this is about the time I got caught having sex in school. So a year ago, I was seeing this girl, guys, and we were very good, like, friends with benefits, I guess you could say. Like, I was friends with her for a year, and then we got really serious, and it's a long story, bitches be tripping now. But we were like when in the period of friends with benefits, I guess you could say. So we would do things, and she was actually one of the first people that I lost my virginity with, and once again, another story to be told, don't want to get into it now. And we were in school, and we had like 2 classes together the whole year, which was, it was like an extra help class, and then we had global, I think, or something like that. And every morning we would have the extra help class where we'd get our homework pretty much done in there, and then we'd go out the rest of the day. So one day I came into school, and on the
So she sends me this message, this text message, and I'm not gonna get too detailed with it because it was pretty freaking graphic. But she was like, "When you come into school, I want to do stuff to you." Basically, that's what it said. So me being me, I was like, "What could go wrong?" So I was like, "Okay, I'm down." I go into school. And in the beginning of the school day, the whole floor is popping. Everyone's like 800 kids in the hallway. Upstairs, there's another 800 kids. Like the whole school is just everywhere to be found. So we waited until class started, and we were just gonna skip first period, and So first period, came along. It was like halfway through first period. We went into a closet. Now this closet was unattended. It's actually the same closet where my friend took me when we were smoking weed in school. And this was after I found out about that spot. So we went in there, and I'm like, all right, we gotta be extremely quiet because last time we were here, we got caught. And we're behind like a shelf in the room because obviously I remember what happened last time, so we couldn't be too obvious. So we go over to this like corner where the shelf is, and we start getting down to business. Obviously you know what's going on, and I'm not gonna get too in detail, but shit. Because you can't just get fully naked in school in case something happens. So we're in the middle of what we're doing, and all of a sudden the doorknob turns, and I'm like, fuck, get out of there. I immediately start, I throw her off me. I'm telling her to get dressed, and we quickly are putting our shirt on, and halfway through putting my shirt on, the teacher walks in, and she's like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, that's exactly what she said. She screams, like, what the hell are you guys doing? And I was like, nothing. I was looking for something. She's like, what could you possibly be looking for in a janitor's closet where we keep our generator? And I'm like, I don't know. I lost my phone. I think it got stolen. And she's like, come with me now. And she's like, get your shirt on. So I got my shirt on. And me and this girl go into the principal's office. And I'm talking to the principal. And I'm like, look, it's not what you think. And she's like, yeah, it really is. This teacher just said, she said that she saw you putting your shirt on when she walked in. She saw the girl putting her shoes on. So we have a pretty good idea of what you guys were doing there. And I was like, oh my god. And then I'm like, fine, you know what, fine. She's like, what are you doing? Like, she kind of nudged me, like, why are you saying this? And I'm like, look, we weren't doing anything that serious, okay? I mean, we were getting a little bit into it. Like, yeah, I had a feeling lost it. He's like, really, man, why'd you do that? Seriously, not even 2 months ago, we were just caught doing drugs in that same room, and you're really gonna go back in there and try and do stuff with a girl, especially, this could put us in danger, this makes us look bad. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir, I know. And he's like, we're calling both your parents. And I'm like, oh my god, fuck. So, they put us into the ISS room for holding while our parents got there. And we had to sit in a room with our parents, and I had to listen to the girl's parents bitch at me. I had to get a huge stare down by her father. Her father was just, oh my god, I don't even want to get into it. It was just a horrible experience for everyone. And the girl was getting outwardly stared at by my mom, and everything. Her mom was staring at me like I was some drug dealer, and it was bad. But nothing ended up happening. Like, we didn't get anything legally in trouble. Everything ended up being fine. I'm not 18. She's not 18. This is the age where you can get away with a lot. But guys, that's basically the story. Everything ended up being okay. I got suspended for like 6 days. She got suspended for like 4 because the guy always gets the shit under the stick. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the story, please leave a like. Let's go for like 300 likes.
What? Yeah, I'm playing, but hold on. I'm in the game right now. It's super important. There's 5 people left. Alright, cool. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god, I just got outplayed hard core. Hey, bye, I'm getting off now, bro. No, cause you get on hella late. I'm gonna get off. Hold on.